92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
All right, coming up, I agree with Jen Psaki. I know what you're thinking. You're like, you've been hanging around with Joe a little No, I haven't been hanging out with Joe. No, not at all. But I do, and I think you might as well. So I'll have the audio coming up, and we'll see together. Also, coming up, Democrats are trying to figure out, well, if Joe's out, who's in? Maybe we should pick Gavin Newsom. Maybe we should play some audio of Gavin Newsom so you can get an idea of what a swell guy he is. Yeah, I got that too. So that's coming up. In the meantime, speaking of swell guys, I think Alfie Tounjian is a swell guy. I'm not sure if the swell is a word that many people use too often, but that's okay. Alfie Tounjian, Advantage Retirement Group on Mondays with Alfie. We check the markets and see what's going on. How was your weekend? How'd you do?
Hey, weekend was fantastic. Last week I was in Denver. I'm an executive producer of a movie we're going to be showing here locally, so that will come out in August. So in movie theaters.
Oh, all right. Well, when that happens, we'll have to talk about that and have you back on and mention what that's all about. And I know this week, obviously, with 4th of July coming up, I know some people on the left don't realize that, but it's a short week, right?
It is a short week. Matter of fact, even Wednesday, day before the 4th, it's going to just be like a half day. Closes at 1 o'clock, I believe, and then it will be closed Thursday for 4th of July, then reopen Friday. So it is going to be a short week, but we do have a lot of things that will be happening this week. You know, there job reports are going to be coming out. You got labor statistics will be coming out on Friday, labor market numbers, and then payroll. So we have a lot of different things. And I think, Drew, this is going to be with all these manufacturing numbers that will be coming out. This will be a good indicator what the Feds are going to do. Are they going to, cut rates? Are they going to leave them alone? And, with that debate that happened last week, we might get more rate cuts than you think.
You think so, huh? You think so? Well, let me ask you this, because we've talked about this before about other issues. We've talked about tech companies, and we've talked about politics and how that it plays into the market and how things are baked in already. How much of what's happening with prices in the market and some of the things that we're seeing is baked into, I don't know, a belief that Biden's going to win or a belief that Trump's going to win or any of that? I mean, is that taking place?
Well, markets, after the debate last Thursday, the markets are pricing in really an increased likelihood that Trump will defeat Biden after that debate. So, that's all priced into, they're pricing that in right now. And that means that, remember, the markets do it's had a nice run, where this is the start of the second, the third quarter, the second half of the year. And this is one of the best election year, first halves in history. So it's a good, S&P's doing good, NASDAQ's doing good, Dow is suffering. I think the Dow's suffering because of Boeing. Boeing's in the Dow 30. So that's bringing that down.
By the way, Alfie Tounjian, Advantage Retirement Group, joining us on Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News, Mondays with Alfie. We always appreciate him joining us. As you speak about the markets and we talk about the what's baked in and what isn't, typically, if I'm not mistaken about this, the markets don't like surety. They like to know what's going to be coming up. They don't like the unknown.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's
true.
But this is different because they know what to expect from Trump. It's not 2016, and we're not sure what's going to happen when there's a new president in town. And even 2020, there isn't this flip from a known to an unknown. You've got two known quantities right now. I wonder how that affects the market.
Remember, if you go back to 2016 when Trump first won, if you looked at the futures, remember that's, really tells you, indicator what the market's going to open up. And the futures that night, because the market had Hillary 100% pretty much. It was in the it was in the 90s that she was going to win. And then the numbers started coming in, and then you saw Trump, getting momentum out there, and the futures were down because of uncertainty. Just what you said, the futures were down over 900 points that evening into the morning. And then it started after he won. It started down, and then it went up drastically, because they know, even though it was uncertain, it wasn't supposed to win. But the uncertainty became a reality, and they said, here's a businessman, he might be good for the market. And it turned from a 900 plus up, or negative, to a positive, that day. So the markets are pretty fickle in that sense. They like you said, they don't like uncertainty, but uncertainty, they feel there's no uncertainty here. Trump, they know what Trump can do, and it's very good.
Yeah, what a unique position we're in, because you've got a market that knows both. And what a good place for us to be for stability, if that's the case, and the market sees it that way. That's got to help everybody here in Southwest Florida. That's got to help our bottom line, especially if we're planning properly.
No, that's a very good point, Drew.
That's an excellent point, Alfie. Alfie, it's an excellent point, Alfie.
You sure you're not an advisor, or you want to be? No, you're right, Drew. Markets are liking this situation, because it rules out. It's not like they're running against someone. Biden's running against someone that they don't know anything about. The market knows that Trump will do very well. Again, I said if Trump wins, this was a very good debate he had last week. Very good debate, and it wasn't that he had the best debate. It was that Biden was so bad. I was telling people that Trump really showed empathy towards Biden. He could have been very nasty, and he wasn't. He showed constraint, and I thought I think that's going to get him a lot of votes, the way that he treated Biden during that debate. It's almost like felt sorry for him. I think he's going to get, but that's not that. Anyway, two things, I'm going to let you go. Nike, I think, is a stock that has taken a hit. They're down about 12%, but you have the Olympics coming up, and that should drive in. They have new stores coming in too, opening up new stores. So I think Nike could be a stock, to buy, some shares of, if you don't have that in your portfolio. And I do want to say just one thing. I was playing golf this weekend, and one of the members, Gary, was talking to me. He says, I listen to you guys on Monday, but that, Drew Steele, he's like a national voice. He is that good. I said, I know he is. So I just wanted to give you kudos from Gary.
Oh, well, you're too kind. Thank you, Alfie. And why are you guys?
I believe that too.
And why are you guys playing golf and you didn't invite me and my son? What's going? What's up with that?
Because your son beats us. I don't want to be.
Say anything. He's had a good week. I don't want to say anything, but he went out to play with a couple of friends of mine. I dropped him off. It was just too hot for me, but he went out and played. And he shot a 74, and he beat my friends.
Oh my goodness!
And they're like, "Yeah, maybe we'll have to come back and challenge G." When they see my son coming out, it's like, "Oh, we're gonna have some fun." And then all of a sudden, it's like, "All right, well, this is serious.
And
Kid's not messing around."
I'm telling you what. I remember I gave him some old clubs, right, years ago.
Yeah, we got getting them started. That's what we got to do.
I love it.
All right, Alfie. All right, my friend. Listen, we'll speak soon, okay?
Blessings.
All the best. All right.
Okay.
There he goes.
Bye.
Alfie Tounjian, Advantage Retirement Group.